All right, welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to the first story we're going to talk about is Nicole Harry Parker. All right, so I have a feel the headline you're looking at is probably like at least 2 years old, but it's still a very relevant topic. Okay, um, I always take this kind of opportunity to extract some lessons anytime I see these kind of crazy headlines. All right, but not just that. A gentleman, I actually did a back and forth a little bit with him earlier on Instagram. He had he had some interesting things to say. Let me see here. There you go. All right, all right. There you go. Aha. So you guys can see clearly right now. So we're talking about Nicole Harry Parker. She's an actress. Boris Kodjoe is also an actor. I think Boris Kodjoe is also Afghanian. It's an African brother. I think he was raised somewhere in Germany, in the Europe somewhere. But he's been an American actor for the longest now. They've been married for about 19 years in total. But there's this person actually posted this headline from 2 days ago. Okay. And you can see that I don't know how this guy Harv Meister, he has about 10,000 followers, monitoring spirits, and about 2,900 people who have liked on this post. So I wonder what he said that's making them like. Why don't we all listen together? The headline says Nicole Harry Parker says she misses the single life after being married to Boris Kodjoe over 17 years. Wants more attention. What do you guys think about that? Okay. She misses the single life, wants more attention. For some reason, I don't really believe that headline, but it's possible. Sometimes people say things like that, but oftentimes it gets taken out of context by particularly the modern day men that are stuck in the manosphere. But let's talk about it. Let's see what this young man has to say, and then we'll take it from there.
Now I know you fucking lying. Not after no motherfucking 17 years, dog. You gonna make this man look like this? Who cares about your fucking happiness, shawty? You ain't about to make this king look like this, though, after 17 years, Slim. See, niggas still out here trying to be good men and leaders, but modern women and their mindsets make it harder to do, make the job so much harder to do, and make it so much easier to quit. Because any black man, see, the love had you being stupid. Any black man with fucking integrity would see this shit and be like, what, bitch? The fuck? Like, what the fuck? Slim, whatever happened to fucking duty, devotion, dedication, sacrifice, commitment, fucking selflessness, fucking discernment, loyalty? You supposed to have acceptance of what the fuck you took on for life until death do you part. And the grace. Modern women are getting older, but they're fucking evolving in the man. Now I know you fucking.
All right. He said what he has to say. Okay. So I want to dissect it. Okay. I want to dissect what he has to say. All right. Now, for some reason, I guess he's trying to come off as he's empathizing with the man. I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure if he's helping Boris Kodjoe at all. I think he's helping himself. Okay. He's helping himself. These are his talking points. They are some of the lamest talking points that ever exist. Okay, they are lame not because of the actual content, it's the context. Okay, it's where they are coming from, not just what they say. What they say, 80% on the surface. Of course, anybody who is quote unquote logical will say, "Oh, but what he said made sense." No, it doesn't make sense with respect to the headline. Okay, so even if it's in fact true that Nicole Harry Parker said something like she misses the single life after being married for 17 years to Boris Kodjoe, even if she said that, the first thing that should come out of a normal human being mouth, unless they have underlying pain, personal pain that they are projecting on other people, then they will say what this man just said. So I'm convinced that this man is coming from a place, I don't know, okay, that's definitely not healthy, okay? As much as it sounds healthy, again, the content of the words. What did he say? I'll dissect it for you, okay? We're good. This might be the theme for today, okay? But let's just go to it small by small, right? He's triggered. Yes, he's triggered by the headline. The headline says Nicole Ari Parker says she misses the single life after being married to Boris Kodjoe. Okay, so I've been married for 17 years. Imagine my wife came to me. It been 17 years in August. I felt the need to be accurate. Anyway, imagine my wife came to me and said, I missed a single life. The first thing that crosses my mind would not be the gibberish that this man just said. Okay? It won't be. Oluremi says, that's a red flag there. Yup, it's a walking red flag. Okay? And then often some of these men, there's a few of them that are coming out this is I say, I'm living this life. I'm married too. Fuck shit. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay? It's a matter of time. It's a matter of when. I'll be here. I'm patient. And I'm not cursing you. But that mindset cannot work with marriage long term. Short term, sure. You might be able to find a woman who thinks she can help you sustain your masculinity for that long. Good luck. It's not about your personal life. These talking points are dangerous and we must tackle them as they come. Not so I can convince the people that believe what he's saying, but at least they can have another perspective to balance things out. Because we're finding out more and more that these talking points are lame. Okay, and today on this show, I have tons of evidence. Okay, as in like real life results playing out in our faces. All right, so again, I want to dissect what he said. All right, and then we'll take it from there. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's ping everybody else into the room. Let's go.
Not after no motherfucking 17 years.
Not after 17 years. Okay, good. Not after people can divorce. In fact, I saw a report the other day. They said most people divorcing are actually long after that. So go figure. But anyway, he said not after 17 years. That there's no way you're talking about you missed a single life after 17 years. First of all, it's very, very possible. Second of all, why don't you wait to hear the context before you have a whole lot to say about it? Let's keep going. I know why you can't wait. You're not patient. One of the most important ingredients that you need to be a competent husband. Okay? But he has some nice, cute followers right now. So he's going to find enough toxic people that will follow his rhetoric and will hit the like button. Like I said, there's 3,000 people in front of me right now. Let's keep going.
You're going to make this man look like this.
You're going to make this man look like this. Look like what? Let's see what the man looked like. This is 19 years later on. This is what the man said. Let's listen to this.
I got so many questions for you. It's not a test, though, because, I mean, if it was, you'd pass because you've been married 19 years.
19 years.
19 years, not 17 years.
All tests.
That's right.
Like, how do y'all keep it fresh?
This video was about a few months ago in March. Okay, so this is actually 19 years, not 17 years. Why? What's the difference? A lot. Okay, can you drink water worth of 2 years in one day? No, you can't. So it's different. Okay, 19 years. It's just to give props to him and his wife. So they're gonna ask him a question. Shout out to what's her name, Jennifer Hudson.
That's the test of all tests.
That's right.
Like, how do y'all keep it fresh?
You know, it's really, there's no trick. You just...
I know what they say. Oh, he took that deep breath. That must mean a lot. Are you sure? You're projecting again. Let's keep going.
You know, it's really, there's no trick. You just can't give up. Right? Because, look,
Can't give
everybody
up.
goes through their stuff individually and as a couple.
Right.
You got to give each other the space to make
You got to give each other space to do what?
mistakes. You
To make mistakes.
Individually and as a couple.
Right.
You got to give each other the space to make mistakes. You
To
gotta
make
give each other the
mistakes.
space to apologize, to forgive. You got to give each other the space to grow, to mature, to like I said, mess up.
Mess up.
And you can't give up. If this is your person, you can't give up.
If this is your person, you can't give up. See, at least I like that out. If you are determined, you've made up your mind, it's not your person, obviously not. But if this is your person, so that's a question. Is this your person? That becomes a question for you, right? But anyway, the point I wanted to extract from that is that he said you can't give up, right? You can't give up. But he also said you got to give each other space to forgive ultimately, right? To mess up, right? You got to give each other space to just be human, okay? All right. So I'm gonna go back to what that gentleman said earlier on, and so we'll take it from there.
Right? You gotta crawl through the mud together.
Love that.
You gotta fight those fights.
You gotta fight those fights together.
You gotta celebrate. You gotta learn each other's ways how to be loved, right? Because everybody's different. Everybody wants to be loved differently, and you have to learn that about the other person. And it's fun to go through or to crawl through the mud with somebody and come out.
He had it fun. He has not said work yet, but he did say you have to give each other space. That can feel like work to some people because you're going to get triggered. You're going to have your boundaries are going to get crossed sometimes, right? Yeah, all those things that you don't like, they're going to happen, and they will particularly happen from a blind spot, right? But he's saying you have to, if that's your person. He's literally telling you, like, there's going to be situations that a bunch of lame Gen Zs on the internet will probably call a deal breaker. They're going to happen, okay? But he's now going in the direction of, but that's fun.
It's fun to go through or to crawl through the mud with somebody and come out on the other end.
It's fun to crawl through the mud with somebody and come out through the other end, right? We can't hate on that, right? Well, that's how they suffer in marriage, and they're like, calm down. That's a different conversation. Calm down. That goes for both men or women, okay? We can see all this talking points everywhere. People tend to find the toxic, extreme stories more entertaining. That's why that man is responding to that crazy headline that way. Because again, it's possible that your wife can wake up in 17 years later and say, I missed a single life. Ask her why. What do you mean? What did you miss in the single life? How about I make you feel single right now, right? But of course, no. It's all serious for the modern man and the modern woman. Everything is always serious. Everything is too serious. And then they wonder why they struggle. Let's keep going.
And be so much better for it, right? And it's like in business. You cannot succeed without failing.
Yes.
You have to
Yeah.
make mistakes along the way.
Absolutely.
It's too bad when people bail out before they can reap the benefits of having made mistakes.
It's
and
too
having been
bad.
through all
It's not judging you, it's said too bad.
that stuff.
Yes. Because it's a part of the process.
It's a part of the process. You cannot find true happiness without messing up and going through those periods.
Okay, so this man, if I didn't know him before, he didn't need to tell me that he's married. I don't care to know if you're married or not. If what you're saying doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. It helps if what you're saying matches the person that has experience. I can bet. If I had to bet, I'll bet that was Boris Kodjoe, the husband of Nicole Ari Parker, right? Ari Parker, right? I can bet that he's a successfully married person. Just the way he talked right now. But listen to this. Let's listen back to this.
Who cares about your fucking happiness, shawty?
Look at the way you're talking.
You ain't about to make this king.
No, I curse too. But look at the way you're talking about somebody else's marriage. You call that shawty. Okay. That's just how we talk from the South. Okay, I'll give you a pass. Let's keep going.
Look like this, though, after 17 years, Slim.
Making him look like what? I just played this video. Maybe you should take the time. That's a more recent video than this headline, wherever this headline is coming from.
See, niggas still out here trying to be good men and leaders, but
here we go.
Women,
trying to be good leader. No, you're not trying to be a leader. You're trying to be a good person. That's not working. Okay, that's not working, obviously, because if it was good, I'm not even arguing that it's good or not. It's probably is good, but it's not good enough. Okay, all right, it's not helping. Let's keep going.
Mindsets make it harder to do, make the job so.
Make leadership harder to do. Gentlemen, don't say this again. I keep warning you, you're going to attract what you fear the most. Don't say somebody makes leadership harder for you to do. Literally, if it's harder for you, those are the cards you're dealt. What are you going to do with it? Okay? Those are the cards you're dealt. I'm talking about your wife, a romantic relationship. I'm not talking about a place where you can fire people, because if you had opportunity to fire people, you just fire them, right? But this is your wife now. This is a romantic lover, right? No, you need to stop asking for someone to make leadership easier for you. That's instantly you start shooting yourself on the legs. Let's keep going.
So much harder to do and make it so much easier to quit. Because any black man, see, the love had you being stupid. Any black man with fucking integrity.
You see where he went? He went to integrity. That's self-loathing righteousness. It doesn't work. You're lying to yourself, and it ultimately doesn't work because it's being tested in real time and you're failing. It's self-loathing righteousness. Integrity. Says who? Yourself?
Would see this shit and be like, what, bitch?
No grown man will see these. There's no seasoned man with some experience that will see this and say, what? B word? Okay? No, they don't talk like that. Not especially to another man's wife. No, they don't. There's only certain types of people that talk like that to other people's wife. And you can figure out what those certain type of people are on your own. Let's keep going.
The fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Why are you angry? Like, why are you asking another man why you're angry? Dude, why are you cursing? Who are you cursing at?
Slim, whatever happened to fucking duty, devotion, dedication, sacrifice, commitment, fucking selflessness, fucking discernment, loyalty? You supposed to have acceptance of what the fuck you took on for life until death do you part. And the grace. Modern women are getting older, but they're fucking evolving into man.
Because you're actively trying to turn them into men. It's not going to work for you. You're not, if you try to turn women into men, it's not going to work. All right? They can pretend, some of them are pretending, but eventually they show you that they are women. Right? Let's keep going.
Now, I know you fucking lying. Not after no motherfucking 17 years, dog. You gonna make this man look like this? Who cares?
So what world does it live in? There are people at any point in the marriage that are quitting every day. Men and women. Of course, mostly women. Because of rhetoric like this. Let's keep going.
It's about your fucking happiness, shawty.
It's not about your happiness. Okay, so a lot of men are obsessed with making sure they disengage women from the pursuit of happiness. Okay? It's an obsession. All right? I get it. Let me tell you something. There's nobody that's done anything worthwhile in life that focuses on happiness. Okay? But when you also actively try to remind them that that it's not about happiness, that is scary. That is scary. It's no wonder they're running away from you. It's no wonder there's no hopes ever of any form of, guess what? Happiness. It's about duty. He actually said discernment. He said all the quote unquote the right things. People that will fall for that, they will fall for it. It's just like anybody falling for a Bible scripture. Right? But you got to start looking closer. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to start looking closer. They tell you who they are. They're not lying to you. You got to have what he said, discernment. When somebody talks like this, you have to. No, I'm not like. It's not even about the curse. It's just the whole energy. Everything is aligning that this is all types of wrong. Very, very important.
You ain't about to make this king look like this though after 17 years, Slim.
You're not about to make this king look like this after 17 years. Okay? Shout out to Boris Kodjoe. There's no way he would talk to his wife like that, even if she actually said that. There's no way. Right?
See, niggas still out here trying to be good men and leaders, but modern women and their mindsets make it harder to do.
All right. So we're not going to go over that again. It's nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. So I actually left a comment there and I said, did you just say who cares about happiness? Never mind integrity. What about a simple intelligence? Even a man will run away from you. Yes. A normal man, I'm not talking about those that are stuck in the manosphere. A normal man will run away from you if there's an active effort to desensitize them from the fact that human beings want to be happy. Every human being wants to be happy. So after I said that, he responded. He said, what does happiness have to do with duty and responsibility? Please turn the TV off. Two things can be right, three things can be right at the same time. There's nobody that's doing anything, executing anything that's worthwhile that will not have to engage a sense of duty and responsibility. What the question should be thrown back at him. What does this have to do with happiness? The question is that why are you actively trying to tell people that they don't need happiness? Why are you so obsessed with that? Especially with women. Why are you trying to tell? It's not going to work because women want to be happy. It's as simple as that. And if you keep saying that, eventually they'll run from you. It's as simple as that. That's all I'm trying to say there. So he said, please turn off the TV. Another person said, exactly. See, they're repeating each other. The talking point, and when it comes to real life, that's when they get checked. But I'm always open to the conversation, as long as it's respectful. So I said, same thing this post does to your feelings. The fact that you feel the need, I said, reflect on why you're feeling so happy about the prospect of duty and responsibility. I used the word that he's trying to disengage people from. Why are you obsessed with what? Okay, I guess some men have been traumatized. I just want to be happy. So the next thing, their wife dumps them. Okay, good. Did you take the time to dig in deeper? What is it that made her not happy? Oh, no, we don't have time for that. Nobody should come into a marriage and be worried about happiness. Did you listen to yourself? That doesn't make any sense. The only people that make sense to is people in the manosphere. Yes, I'm throwing shots at manosphere if that makes you feel better. So I said, what's the obsession? What's the story? Stop arguing with your destiny. Everyone seeks happiness. Stop the cap. If you're so obsessed with this conversation, you're creating a whole YouTube, Instagram channel, and you're having this conversation obsessively on a daily basis, you're getting a form of happiness from dragging women. Stop the cap. And then he goes, I have nothing to prove. I'm leaving this shit. Okay. All right, so there you go. I don't know what he meant by leaving this shit. Maybe he's saying he's married. Maybe he's saying, I don't collect woto from women. I don't collect shege. Maybe a woman has shown them something. I can understand that. But don't get stuck in the funk. Seek help. He said, being happy ain't getting me here. No, you're not happy because you're not happy. You're not getting the results you want. It's not because you're not happy. That's literally your state of mind. You're not happy because of that situation. It's a state of mind. And there's nobody that's healthy that should be actively trying to push people away from that state of mind. That state of mind can fluctuate. You can make that point. That's fine. He said, being dedicated, vigilant, and understanding what it's all understanding what it's all for, give me appreciation, which in turns creates same happiness. This right here is called Shalaye mansplaining.
Explain, because no evidence.
It's very simple. Why are you obsessed with disengaging women from happiness? We need to talk about that, not the happiness. The happiness is a momentary state of mind. Granted, people go in and out of it. When your woman said, I'm not happy, they're pulling the plug on the marriage, that's not your cue to start cursing at her. That's your cue to ask further questions, because you and I agree it's a state of feelings. Your solutions are terrible, is the point. Your solutions are talking points. They're terrible talking points. You're very good at spelling out what the problem is or are. Yes, women are pulling the plug 80% of the time, 70 to 90% of the time. Have you taken the time to ask why? Or do you consider that pandering? Because that's why you're suffering. If you don't ask why in any aspect of life, you suffer. That's how it works. Because everybody else, the ones that learn to play the game, they will ask why. They will learn the why. They will execute, they will implement what they learned, and they create better results. They don't bark at the same people that they want and don't want at the same time. This is not a feel-good page, sir. See, it's going the same direction. This is not a feel-good page, sir. You can kick that game over there. All right, I'm kicking it here. But I engaged the conversation. I said, I hear you. It's cool. I think it's all semantics. I also think explaining yourself to me also feels good to you. And I want you to know there is nothing wrong with that. Gentlemen, please stop doing that to yourself. You're making life harder for yourself. There's nothing wrong with you wanting some happiness too. You need to engage that same message you're trying to push down other people's throats. You're looking for happiness you want to snap your finger, essentially, bark at people and create happiness. But you want to call it something else. It's just duty, responsibility. It's bullshit. You want happiness too. You want to be happy. You want to create a happy home. You want your wife to be happy. But now you're yielding to shortcut corners. And it's not going to work. It will get worse for you. And then he goes, don't flatter yourself. LOL. Thanks for stopping by though. Thanks for the content. But these are some of the things that you want to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen. The talking points, oftentimes, they don't match reality. Look at your reality. Ask why. Stop getting stuck on terminologies, words. Imagine a word as simple as happy. Happiness has become serious trouble for people. Yes, women are saying I'm not happy and they're dumping your ass. Have you asked why? Especially if it's a consistent situation. You're not going to run away from yourself. Your shadow is always there running with you. You can run to Brazil. Do me a favor. Go to Lekki in Lagos, right? You will find your own shadow everywhere you go. If you're confused, it's time to learn something new. Shout out to Sparkleberry, our new sponsor. She says, unfortunately, quite a number of people will go by this narrative. Yes, that's why I'm talking about it. Check yourself. There's nothing wrong with happiness. Yes, you are absolutely correct. It's a state, a momentary state of feelings. It's not permanent. If you want it to be permanent, now we're talking about joy. We're talking about long term. Somebody is really happy with their relationship. It's all semantics. It's nonsense. If a lot of people are saying they're not happy and they're leaving their marriages, ask why. Ask why. Ask elderly, experienced, seasoned men like Boris Kodjoe why. Don't just make up your mind to defend him when he's not crying for help. It makes you look like an ass. Okay? And I didn't have to play Boris Kodjoe before I assessed that too. It's just that, again, reacting to headlines is something that children do. We need to relax on that, okay? At least give some room and acknowledge that you're generalizing off of your own experiences. Anyway, do me a favor, everybody. Thank you so much. Let me know what your thoughts are about that. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. We're just getting started. We're just getting started for the day. All right. And yeah, I'll be right back. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.